Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I think the Nintendo Switch is worth the price, and why I think it's going to be the most successful Nintendo system since probably Nintendo 64. Let's look into it. So there is no doubt that Nintendo Switch is a popular console. It's already sold over 15 million units in its first year alone. In less than its first year, it sold 15 million, which, you know, is I think the fastest selling Nintendo console in its first year. And it's absolutely crazy the kind of records this system is breaking. And it's cool, the fact that it's getting so much support. I mean, I'm going to pull over here, and here's a list of the third-party games that are either coming out on the Switch or are already on the Switch. So that list alone is a testament to how amazing this system's doing. Because this system is very unique. It's unique in so many different ways because of the fact that it's their first handheld hybrid console, and it's the first like it. I mean, like, sure, you have your third-party crap, you have your other handheld consoles, but there's never really been a console like this. A pretty powerful console that can take a full-blown console game and produce it on this little handheld screen. Sorry, this side. Handheld screen. And it's absolutely crazy. Now, I think we all know I was very skeptic of the Nintendo Switch at first, simply because it obviously is just not a traditional system. It's like, it's a gimmicky console by Nintendo, but for me, it's one that works. Nintendo, for me, hasn't made a great console since the Nintendo GameCube. That's my personal opinion. I did not like the Wii. The motion gimmick was cool at first, but then it got stale really fast. After I played Mario Party 8, I still do like Mario Party 8 to this day, but any other game, I'm like, I don't want to do motion controls. I just want to sit there with a controller and play the game. I don't care for any of that. And then with the Wii U, it was cool. I personally love the Wii U, but I still hate the system. Like the games are fun to play on the Wii U, and I think the tablet's cool. But the fact that, you know, you only have one tablet and that everyone else, like, you know, use Wii controllers still, and you know, like, you can't use multiple tablets, they did nothing unique with the tablet, you know, except for, like, the only games I can think of that unique stuff happened with the tablet: Mario Party 10, Nintendo Land, Zombie U, you know, just very basic stuff, you know, and it's a shame that Nintendo haven't been able to make a great console. Until now. I think the Nintendo Switch is a beautiful console. It's a brilliant console. Like I said, it's gimmicky. But it's a gimmicky that works. Like, I hated the gimmicks they pulled with the last systems, but that works for me. Because it lets you play it how you want. If you want to play it, like, with the screen, handheld mode in bed, fine. If you want to play it on the TV, fine. If you want to have the Joy-Cons attached and play it, fine. You want to use a Pro Controller and play it regularly like a normal game? Fine. You know, they give you so many options as to how to play the games. And that's what's important in the end. The games and how the system lets you play them. You know, I spoke to YouTuber Rail Mango recently. Make sure to go check out his channel. Links in the description below. He is a gamer that is, first of all, he's an Xbox gamer primarily. And, he's a lot of a powerhouse guy. So how I react to that is the Switch doesn't need the power. Like, because he asked me, like, because one of my favorite games of the last generation is Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops is the only Call of Duty game I have ever liked and will ever like. So he asked me, with Call of Duty 4 being announced, if they made a Call of Duty 4 that was very similar to the first one, And if you were to buy it, would you buy it on the Xbox, which is a powerful console where the online is great, or the Switch, where it's not powerful and the online isn't great? And for me, I mean, I would personally buy it on the Xbox, only because I have friends on the Xbox. If I had people that I would play online with on the Switch, I would choose the Switch version. Even if it is underpowered, I would choose the Switch version. Because it's probably a lot of fun. Doom, for example, it's a great example of a game that doesn't have the power of the Xbox One or the PS4, but it's still a great game to play. And I'm doing this according to what RGT85 says, and I know for a fact he would not lie about that kind of thing. He loves that game, same with Payday 2. If those games are proving their worth online, then Call of Duty can do the same. So that's what would make me buy Call of Duty on the Switch over the Xbox One. Unless I have friends on the Switch. Or if they did cross-network play, which they need to do more of, by the way. But that's besides the point. Another thing that people are complaining about with the Switch, and something I think is a good thing, is the amount of ports it's getting. I mean, they could have, there are a lot of ports. But there's also a lot of first-party coming out. I mean, think of that. Last year, we had Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I don't count that as a port, simply because the Switch was the main system it came out on. I'd say it was it was ported to the Wii U, if anything. So, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild last year, right? Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, ARMS, which is a new IP. As much as I don't like it, people do, and it's a new IP from them. I had a bunch of new games. There's Kirby coming out, Yoshi, another Bayonetta game. There's the Fire Emblem Warriors thing. Smash Bros. 4, Metroid Prime 4, the new Pokemon game. There's so much coming out that's projected to the end of 2018. All of that is projected between 2017 and 2018. For first-party games from Nintendo, that's pretty damn good. I mean, hell, some people were disappointed with the Direct the other day. And literally, Smash Bros. 5, because it's not a port, we know that, Smash Bros. 5 was announced. Yet people still hated it. Of course I didn't like Luigi's Mansion being remastered through the 3DS. But there were so many other things. The ports that are coming from other systems are great. People are complaining because they've already played them. Some people haven't. Quite a few people haven't. And wouldn't you want more third-party support, no matter if it's old or new? Wouldn't you want them on the Switch anyway, so you know that if you get a Switch, you can get third-party games? Because third-party games on the Wii U and the Wii are crap. They were kids' games. They were stuff like that. Ports like South Park, Fractured But Whole, the Crash Insane Trilogy. People are complaining about those. Undertale I can see a little bit because it's a PC game, not overly hyped, but I loved Undertale. To be able to get that on my Switch is awesome. Little Nightmares. I mean, Little Nightmares is getting a physical release. Ports like that are worth having. How many of you out there could say you've played Little Nightmares? Little Nightmares is this aesthetically beautiful game. It's beautiful. I've never played it, but I've always wanted to play it because of the art style. But it's mostly been a PC game. But since it's coming on Switch, physical release, that's all mine. That's my cake. I'll take it. People don't understand what this means. The fact that Nintendo are working with third parties. They're working with EA. They're working with Activision. They're working with Blizzard, Bethesda, all these people. The fact that they're even getting these games on their system is a blessing in the first place. Think about it. If they keep things up with Activision, who knows? Maybe we'll get a Call of Duty game on the system. If they keep Bethesda on board, Fallout. Who knows what could come to the Switch? They've already got a Rockstar game. I forget what Rockstar game. I'll leave the title of the game right here. But if they work with Rockstar more, it's already confirmed to be running on the Switch, according to RGT85. According to RGT85, it's running on the Switch. So, if this is running on the Switch, we can get GTA 5 on the system. You see what I mean? Like, it could be a chain effect of if we support these third-party companies, even if the games are older. Like, Capcom have been releasing games on the Switch. We can get Resident Evil more sometime soon. I would love to see Resident Evil 7 come out on the Switch. Or if not, some of the older ones, remastered. And if you complain about remastered Resident Evils on the Switch, hello, this is on Xbox One, this is a remaster. Like, I don't see the issue here. I really don't. So, obviously, I'm very happy with the Switch. So many people are shooting it down. Especially after that Direct. And it got me kind of angry. Like I said, yes, Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like that. I want it on the Switch. You know, look at that mansion in HD. Like, oh my god. But everything else, like, there's nothing to not like on it. Besides Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS. Like, really, there isn't. Like, I understand if you're not happy because you have played those games. You have played Crash Insane Trilogy. You have played South Park Fractured But Whole. You have played Undertale or Little Nightmares. I understand that, but that's no reason to hate on the system. Because think about it. People are like, oh, well, there's nothing new from Nintendo. Let me see. Smash Brothers 5, Super Metroid. Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. 5, Metroid Prime 4, and the new Pokemon RPG coming to the Switch. Those three things alone, particularly Smash Bros. And Pokemon, do you know how much that will boost Switch sales? And we're only a year into the system. That's what people gotta understand too. We're only a year into the system's lifespan. A year. That's not much. The average system lifespan is about 7 years. Give or take. Alright, well, okay, maybe more so like 5 or 6. Because the Nintendo Wii U, as much as a failure as it was, lasted from 2012 to 2017 until the Switch came out. So 5 years. So, it's really like... And the Wii, you know, from 2007 to 2012, you know, that's 5 years, you know, like, Switch is going to be around for a little while. So, if you think that it's the whole system's library is going to be port after port after port after port, you're wrong. You're wrong. Look at what we've got so far. I'm going to put a bunch of, over here on the dark side, I'm going to put up a bunch of case artworks. Those are the first party games that we've gotten from launch day to proposed end of 2018. First party from Nintendo. That list, right? That's probably more than the entire Wii U library. And I'm going to put the ports in there too. Because of the fact that the Wii U sold less than how the Switch is now. Like, having Mario Kart 8 over on the Switch, great thing. And we know they're going to make a Mario Kart 9 on the Switch. We know they're not going to just settle for that. That was a filler game for a time when there was nothing coming out. You know, like, I don't understand. I don't understand what more people could want from the Switch. And E3 is just around the corner. E3's, what, 3 months away? Who knows what we'll hear at E3? People, okay, here's the problem with people, right? People have overhyped the Nintendo Directs. People think during the Nintendo Directs, every single time, they're going to hear the biggest surprise of their life. Beat 'em Up, for example. Great channel. But he had too high of expectations. I'm being serious. Because, like, he was still he was still kind of disappointed. Because, like, oh, you know, yeah, we got more about Splatoon. That took forever. Well, wouldn't you rather that now than at E3? Wouldn't you rather get that stuff out of the way before E3? Because imagine if that was E3. You know, Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, that's coming out after, I'm presuming, after E3. Same with, you know, some of the other third-party ports. Like, I think South Park, I think, is coming in after. I think Crash is coming in after. Stuff like that. That's coming in after. What if that was announced during E3? You know, for all we know, we could hear about Pokemon at the E3. A lot about Pokemon. And people would love that. Like, I don't know. I think people are complaining too much. I think, like, do I think the Nintendo Switch has some improving to do? Hell yes. There's so much still wrong with the Switch. We need to learn about online, Nintendo. Like, your online service needs to be talked about at the freaking E3 event, or you've lost hope of a lot of people. Like, I'll be completely honest. If there's one thing that Nintendo's really screwing up on, it's the online. If they don't announce their online, their virtual console, what they plan to do with both of them, then their heads are in the toilet. They're already a year in, and we have heard no information. None. On either fronts. So, we need to hear about it. That's it. That's it. And other than that, there's not much else the Switch can do to become better. The Switch is doing well as it is. Excuse me, they could do some updates to, like, the eShop, and maybe even, like, the home screen, to make it look nicer, you know, to make it better, to make it more customizable, because I'm getting sick of that old white background, like, where my Switch games are. Like, the 3DS got, like, themes and such. I wish they would do that for the Switch. Like, yeah, they have dark mode, so, oh my god, you can have black as a background, but, like, I want some colors. I want something cool. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think Nintendo, do you agree with me first off? Do you think Nintendo's doing really good, that the ports aren't such a bad thing? Do you think Nintendo needs to stop ports completely? Do you think they need to slow down? Because that's the thing, right? Nintendo's I think they've only got 3 ports planned. Like, first party. They've got Donkey Kong Country. That one I can understand being upset at. Personally, I don't want. I don't. Just make a new Donkey Kong Country game. That's a game where you can make a new one and get away with it. We don't need Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze remade. We really don't. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. It's a definitive edition. You're getting more. It's combo pack. You get everything. That's fine. And Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker, you're getting more. It's a definitive edition as well. As much as I personally don't care for the game, it will be a good addition to the system. And that's only 3 ports from Nintendo. The rest are third party. I don't know why people are complaining about third party. The whole point of, like, so many people coming into the Nintendo Switch, like when we were first being introduced to it, were like, this system needs to have good third-party support or Nintendo's screwed. So now that they're getting it, now that they're porting their games over, now you're complaining. Bit hypocritical, I think. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Until next time, guys. See you in the next video.